Hey guys, welcome to the next Fictonia Severe Weather Outlook. This is for today and tomorrow, March 15th, 2026 and March 16th, 2026. So let's get right in. First off here for today, we have a moderate risk, all the way stretching up from about eastern Riverland, all the way down into about Northumberland, eastern West Sylvania. This is primarily wind driven, although there is the significant tornado threat with this as well. Going into that tornado threat, it was a 5% yesterday, but it actually upped it all the way up to a 15% because I believe that this red area, especially here, will have a couple like prefrontal supercells potentially, and also the line will be much more capable in this region of producing QLCS tornadoes. I think primarily because wind shear here is going to be so high that it is going to allow the line to spin easier, thus dropping more tornadoes theoretically. Now, the wind threat I have maintained as a 45. I extended it north, and I also added a hatched risk for the southern portion, as I believe that is the area of the line I think could be the most severe of any portion of the line, potentially containing winds of up to 80, maybe even 90 miles per hour. So that is going to be a very important area to watch, this region right in here. Our hail, it was only a 15% yesterday. I have since added a 30% though, as I believe there is the higher chance now for some hail. But I wouldn't really play much into this in terms of like worrying much about it. I'd worry more about the tornado and wind potential. Hail is like the least of the concern here. So we could see right here that the line is already starting to form here. This line is going to continue to move off to the east over the next couple of hours, spotting definitely a couple tornadoes, and there's going to be straight line damaging winds throughout much of the line. It is going to continue east through Gondwanaland, Greenlandia, Mayako, Magia, Cascadia, probably even into North Central Fictonia before it dies out. Alright, so for tomorrow, we have a moderate risk as well. I have maintained this, although I have moved it down a little bit. The main areas of concern are Valencia, Deltaland, and the Epsilons. The enhanced risk that was to the northeast, I have since moved down because I am going to focus less on that area for storms, as these storms are going to impact me in real life and other people I know in real life, and I want to focus more on that more than the storms in Fictonia. And I also have stuff going on tomorrow, so that moderate risk is for the squall line that is going to move through tonight. It is just a continuation of it into tomorrow morning. That is what that is for. So I worry about that early morning tomorrow until like about noon. That's when most of these are gonna be gone. Our tornado threat, I have maintained a 10% risk for Delta Land and the Epsilons. This is going to be for QLCS embedded tornadoes. If there are going to be any tornadoes, that is what it would be. Our wind threat, I have maintained a 45% risk throughout this whole area. I haven't changed much there. I think I just moved it down slightly maybe, but that's about it. I may add a hatched risk, but I will wait until tomorrow to do that. And then our hail risk, I have moved down. This originally was much further north into like Aqualand, Iredale, and Valencia, but now it is mostly in Delta Land, Epsilon, and the Epsilons. This hail, would not be too worried about, but I did nonetheless highlight it as a potential threat. The NSSL model is honestly kind of going a little bit crazy with the severe probabilities today. It has storms expected pretty much all the way from Orbisonia all the way up to down to Arcadia, which is about the area I highlighted, so that's actually pretty accurate. And for tomorrow, it has an increased chance in Versaterra and Aqualand, as well as Deltaland. The Deltaland area is going to see storms. Aqualand and Versaterra definitely will as well, although those will probably not be warned, as that is when those storms are going to move over me, and I'm not going to focus as much on Fictonia. Rather, I'm going to focus on real life stuff going on with those storms. So again, folks, please stay safe. This is going to be a major severe weather event, both in real life and Fictonia. I would be more worried in real life about tomorrow's threat, which is a moderate risk in real life, actually for, I believe, a 60% SIG 1 area for damaging winds. So I would watch that very closely. That's across Maryland, Virginia, and North Carolina. But the threat in Fictonia is also going to be here today and tomorrow. Mostly today, if I had to worry about any day, though, for damaging winds and the potential for a couple of tornadoes. Some could even be strong, too. Although I haven't added a hatched risk, it's entirely possible I do on a later day 1 outlook. But until then, see ya.